primary archetypes are simply the differentiation of the divine as creator into identifiable patterns. So if we have the idea that that creation is just a massive or infinite potential. Imagine if you were the divine. It's like, goodness gracious, look what you've created. Every ant, every different person, every blade of grass, every grain of sand, every universe. It's like, that is, you know, beyond description. And what we experience are very specific little rays of that. A flower has a particular design, etc. There is one common thing within all of it, and that is sacred geometry. It's all based on golden mean. It's based on Fibonacci series, and it's based on pi, which is the maths of a circle, the relationship between the circumference and the radius of a circle, 2 pi r. Okay, it's based on those things. As I've said earlier, I think one of the things about this is these primary archetypes cannot be discussed. We cannot have a conversation about, is a circle round? Oh, let's talk about how round a circle is. That's crackers. We can't do it. Most things we can have a discussion about, but the primary archetypes are divine design. And as we experience them, they've differentiated into the specific aspect and ray that we understand, embrace, and comprehend. So that is the stream of the divine emanating and us perceiving it. And we perceive it in our own individual way. What also happens is we as an individual mind perceive an archetype and then anthropomorphize it. And we do this with angels. This is about me having an opinion and creating, and this is what the Greeks did, but it's what us humans do in order to understand divine creation. So the way that the Greek philosophy has enriched and allowed us to understand the archetypes, that the way they deal with the archetypes is that the Zeus, and it's Mr. Zeus. That is what populates the fourth dimension. They're in different directions. There's the divine infinite possibilities, and we perceive specific ones. Then there's our interpretation, our way of trying to get hold of it and understand it, creates images and as if, you know, anthropomorphism, the definition of anthropomorphism is it is the way the human mind works to cope with things that it cannot comprehend, to feel the truth of something we cannot understand. Human mind doesn't like that. So it creates a personality type to represent, and that is the archetypes that is being referred to in the fourth dimension. These, and like we know from the Greek archetypes, you know, they are jealous, they have wars, they're beautiful, there's, I can't remember all the names. They develop these, they become people to give us a way of understanding these archetypes, or understanding the way the divine is being expressed. They create a population, they create a play, they create a drama. And it is the fourth dimension where dramas are acted out. So primary creation is the infinite divine, coming down all the levels we're talking about. The easiest one to talk about is the seventh, is where sound creates patterns. The patterns, and you know, can see the geometries, but there's also patterns of way of being. They are definable and seeable. in the sixth dimension and are the angelic, the masters, etc. They're perceived by us in mind in the fifth. Desire, drama, emotions, etc. clothe them in the fourth, and then we do our own interpretation. So if we, from here, look towards the divine, we perceive things as actually having a reality. Like we think of angels as independent things that can have an opinion, that can do things, that can have ideas, that can want something. The divine, the perception of an angel from the divine is simply its unconditional emanation with no persona, opinion, desire. It doesn't care whether, it's just infinite possibility within a design, within a definable pattern. The idea of sphere, it just is. If I drew a circle, I can't say to it, so what do you think? What do you think of the Queen dying? The sphere isn't going to say anything. It just is sphere. And these are the divine archetypes. The archetype of sphere does not care whether I use that to make a football for children to play with and enjoy, or to make a bullet to kill somebody. It's unconditional. The archetype of sphere has no agenda what you do with it. Neither have the angels. They're just a possibility that is latent until we hold it in consciousness.